Hey there, it's Scott with Technicians Sales Secrets. Today we're going to go over your playbook. So, whether you work for a company that gives you sales training, technician training, or you're paying for it by yourself, I want to share some secrets with you to help you get the most amount of what you do. So, you could go to any big box store that sells office supplies and pick up a journal for anywhere from about $8 to $15. You could pick up a binder. You could pick up a notepad. But I'm going to share with you something cool that'll trick your brain to make you do better. So if you pay $8 to $15 for this notebook versus just going and getting a legal yellow pad, you're going to put more value to it. So I trained the best technician in the United States from like 2008 to 2016. And we were texting back and forth the other day, and Chris was like, "Hey, Scott," and he shot me a picture of the original journal, the original Blue Book journal that he was using when I first started training him. And he still goes back to that information. He still goes back to the questions that I asked him. He still goes back to some of the content that I taught him, or all the content that I taught him, because he has that book. And so the reason I bring this up is you, as a technician, you as a salesperson, you're going to build your playbook over time. You're going to build that content. And something that I may say to you may mean a whole lot more than something to somebody else who just like, I'm not going to take any notes. And so I have been around some pretty financially well-off people. And one of the things that I notice is the people who do the best take notes somehow. Either they hire somebody to take notes, they use Remarkable, they type notes, they write notes, they've got a journal, they've got a binder. And I want to challenge you to think about this. Like if you ever watched the TV show Shark Tank, in Shark Tank, as they're listening to the pitch, they're taking notes. And so if you're going to a training, and let's say that your company pays for you to go somewhere, and that trainer charges $3,000, $2,000, $1,000, $500, you're able to replicate that information and put that in notebook form and say like, hey, here's some content that I want to go back to. And the reason I bring this up is your playbook in sales is going to change over time, just like your taste in food changes over time. The things that you believe in. So like when I work with salespeople, when I work with technicians, I say, hey, look, here's the thing. I'm never going to push your ethics. I'm going to push your comfort zone, the things that you're willing to say, the things that you're willing to do. Don't lie, cheat, and steal, but explain things a little bit differently. Say them a little bit differently. And you can catch those nuances inside of a journal. You can catch those nuances inside of your notes. And when you take a look, I can't teach you everything. Nobody can. There's going to be content that you pick up from other people. There's going to be YouTube videos that you watch. There's going to be live training that you do. There's going to be like podcasts that you listen to. There's going to be, Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts that you pick up like, that's a good sentence. I should modify it. I should swipe it for my industry. I heard this. I like the way it was said. I'm going to reword everything. I'm going to take it and I'm going to work it. So keep a journal, because you're going to see like from where you were to where you are now. So like there's like the past is over here and we're going to bring you to the future. And you're going to have the capability of taking a look. Now, the good thing about that is when you start comparing yourself, or I start comparing myself to somebody else, I can go back to the past and look at my notes and look at my journal and say, this is where I was in my sales beliefs. These are the things that I believed in. But like I've shifted my thoughts, my processes. I would tell more stories, or I'd ask more questions today than I would have 20 years ago. So selling isn't telling is something that you hear in the world of sales, but like your ability to ask really good questions and tell stories happens from you taking notes. So my challenge for you, go to the big box store for office goods and pick up a notebook, a journal. Like I picked up one that's a leather bound for some of the business coaching that I do, and I think I paid $30 for it, but I also paid 5 figures for the class that I'm in. So when I first got started, I would spend $15 on a journal because I was getting, $500 sales training or $1,000 sales training or $2,000 sales training. But like I have all these journals on a shelf in my library. So I've got books, I've got courses, I've got CDs, I've got hard drives, and then I've got journals for each class that I took. So if it's a big enough class, I will go buy a separate journal for that and write on the binding of it, hey, this is what the course is for. Now, one of the things that you should do today, right now, is sign up for HVACtechniciansecrets.com, HVACtechsecrets.com. What that's going to do, tech secrets, like not the full word technician, but tech secrets. What that's going to do is that's going to send you to a form, and you're going to put in 3 things: your name, your best email address, and your phone number. because I do private trainings, I do private coaching, and even cooler, there's a Facebook group, right? I'll give you the link to the Facebook group. So you could go like, hey, I want to check out this Facebook group that Scott's talking about, because there's going to be things that I share that are not going to be on this YouTube channel. You have to be on the email list, or you have to be in the Facebook group to get them. So there you go. So when you take a look and you have this journal, this playbook that you have over time, you're going to recognize something. You sell how you buy how you sell. Your buying style is your selling style. This is a conversation that I really started in 2010. It's something that you hear about a lot of sales trainers talking about now. Like, I've got a whole playlist on one of my YouTube channels about you sell how you buy. And you're going to find that if you keep track of your sales process, the punchline to the joke is this. If you go somewhere and you're an impatient buyer, you have the capability of being an impatient salesperson when you're dealing with somebody who drags their feet in their mind. Like, this is me. I see a TV, like right up the street, there's a big box store that sells TVs. So the other day I go in there and I'm like, I want a 75-inch TV. So I'm talking to the sales rep. I say, hey, I want a 75-inch TV. And he's like, well, what do you do? And I said, I have movies going on in the background while I'm creating content, writing courses, editing videos. And he goes, well, the best TV is this one. Here's the one that you want. And I said, great, wrap it up, I'll take it. And he kind of looked at me like, okay. He was expecting for someone to say, I got to think about it, because that's an objection that he commonly gets. I am an impulsive buyer. And I'm not saying like, hey, look at me, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, because I'm the greatest thing since tacos, right? So the reason I bring this up is when I meet with a buyer who's like, well, I've got to talk to 9 people and read reviews and do my brain explodes. I'm like, gosh, dang it, are you freaking kidding me? Why can't you just make that purchase today? Okay, so my buying style is not necessarily your selling style. You may be like, Scott, are you freaking kidding me? I got to go find the best coupon, the best deal, the best reviews. Just know that when you meet with your buyer, your buying style is your selling style, so you can prime people and condition them into selling or buying in a way that you buy. So like, I line up perfectly with people who are like, yes, let's do this right now. I've had to learn how to sell to people who are like, let's slow these things down. Let's talk to my neighbors. Let's talk to my friends. Let's talk to my cousins. Let's send smoke signals to space. Like, in my mind, I exploded way back in the day. Like, what the frick, are you kidding me? This is insane, okay? So look at your style as it changes over time. It's one of the things that's really going to help you out. So what you should do from here is subscribe to this channel, because I am going to give you HVAC technician secrets. I promise you. HVAC technician sales secrets. I will give them to you, but sign up for the list, sign up for the emails. Like 3 things. It's really easy. Name, email address, phone number. I will send you some extra secrets that I'm not going to put up on YouTube, that will not be in the Facebook group either. Subscribe to this video, share it with your friends. You know what you got to do. YouTube's been around forever. We'll see you soon.